What's going on YouTube? Jaws Killful back at you with another video. And in this video, what I want to talk about is this whole saying where people say that you have to love yourself in order for other people to love you. Now, throughout my youth, throughout high school, I've been told by people, whether it be parents, guardians, that I have to love myself before anybody else can love me. I mean, heck, I've even been told that by in my 20s right now by some friends that I have to, love myself in order for other people to love me. You know, I'm always told to pay attention to me, make sure I can love me before I can show anybody else love, before I can show a female or anybody else out there love and affection. Well, most particularly a female, because you know I'm not gay, so the only person I'm going to show love and affection to is a female. But I've been, but I don't know why people often throw this around so much. And the reason why I say this is because I've actually come to accept myself as a person, because back in high school I would always think that I wasn't adequate enough, or I was unworthy of acceptance by other people around me, especially females. You feel me? I felt that I was inadequate and I wasn't good enough to be amongst my peers, especially my female peers. And it seems that a lot of people, in order to make you feel better about yourself, or to maybe even to just cop out what you have to what you have to tell them, cop out whatever situation you're trying to explain to them, whatever your situation may be. It's like they always want to tell you that you have to love yourself before somebody else can love you. It's kind of like people constantly saying you gotta have confidence, when really confidence doesn't do anything for you when it comes to attracting women. And that's what people use pretty much use to like cop out whatever you have to tell them. Like they hear you bring up the subject of not being accepted by females, not being able to attract a female into your life and to get into a relationship. And they want to tell you you're not loving yourself, or you're not being confident in yourself for women to find you attractive. And I believe that's BS, if you ask me. Because how does I don't get it. I mean, how does me loving myself or accepting myself equate to another person, in this case a female, loving me? You know, how is me loving myself going to make another person love me? You understand what I'm saying? I can love myself. I can carry myself in a well put together manner. I can work, whether it be work out, eat healthy, stay fit. I can do all that, and I'm still I still have no luck with the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? Or with being accepted socially in general by people in general. You feel me? Um, Loving yourself is a good thing. I believe it's something everybody should love themselves, and I've actually come to accept myself as a person and love myself. I've actually come to accept that. Unlike back in my high school days, as I said before, I I always thought I was at fault. I thought I wasn't good enough for any friendship with anybody, whether it be a female or anybody else, most specifically females, because back in those days when I was like 16, 17, 18 years old, I was mostly desperate to have female friends because I wanted to get closer to them and eventually get into a relationship with them, be boyfriend and girlfriend. But with that with that said, you loving yourself doesn't necessarily mean that other people are going to accept you. You know? And I know that Savvy Guy made a video about a week ago talking about self-acceptance, and he said that it's hard to love yourself and to accept yourself as a person when those around you have, pushed you out and ostracized you, and they won't accept you. They're not accepting of you. And I agree with them. It is difficult to accept yourself when it seems like everybody's giving you the cold shoulder. Nobody respects you. Nobody cares much to be in your company, and you feel like you're just on this planet alone. You feel like you're left to walk the face of this earth alone. And it's a rough feeling. And I mean, although I do accept myself as a person now, I learned to love myself. It does kind of still hurt me that you know that females. It seems that females feel some kind of way about me that causes a lot of them to really not want to be around me or give me the time of the day. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter what female it is. I mean, as I said in my previous video, sometimes I feel that shy, even the more introverted, shy girls who I think would be able to relate to me. Sometimes I at least think that they don't want to be around me. I just that thought just crosses my mind a lot. A lot of times when I say hi, I get a bland response. I get a bleak response with no enthusiasm, and I think, wow. I mean, had that been one of her other male friends, would she have replied with more excitement and enthusiasm? Or does she just not care much to have me around? Is that the case? You know, even though I might be myself and might love myself, I can't make anybody else like me as a person. You know what I'm saying? I can't make anybody like my personality or you know enjoy the vibe that I give off. That calm demeanor, that calm, civilized demeanor. I can't make anybody be attracted to that. And that's what a lot of people need to understand. Loving yourself doesn't mean that, you know, a female is going to love you back, or your peers are going to accept you. So, what can we do? There's only one thing we can do. Those of us who aren't accepted socially and who have been, ostracized by your opposite sex in the dating scene. Only thing I could advise you to do is just, you know, live your life, do things that make you happy. I know you guys have probably heard this before, but I think you just do stuff that make you happy, work, save up money, you know, try to start a business, travel, hang out with male friends that you may have, you know, just do things to keep you occupied and to keep your mind off the dating scene. I mean, I'm not saying give up on the hope that you might find a woman, you might get a woman who will appreciate you and love you for the person you truly are. But, don't spend too much time thinking about it and don't bank on it, you know. This way, if it wasn't in the cards for you, you won't be too disappointed. So all I could say is just, take it easy, live your life. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Don't worry about what females think of you, especially. I mean, if they don't want you around, then they're not worth your time. If they can't look past whatever flaws you have, maybe you may be socially awkward, maybe, you know, you might have a stuttering problem, or maybe whatever it may be. You know, if she can't look past that to see what kind of heart you have as a person, to see that who you are inside, deep down inside, then she's really not worth your time. And I would just advise you to just, go your way and let her go her way. So it really makes no sense. It really makes no sense to lose sleep over these women. And I know I'll readily admit that I need to, take my own advice and not worry so much about whether females like me or whether I'll ever find a female who truly likes me for who I am as a person. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say in this video. This is Jaws Killful signing out. Rate, comment, subscribe to my channel, and peace.